There was a trade union conference today, and unfortunately I didn't get a chance to see it myself, but the clips I saw on Twitter were so good, I thought it would be best that you see them too. So big thanks to Haggis for sharing these online, and there's a link in the description to their Twitter feed. In the clips, it's clear the speaker is very happy that there's a Labour government, and rightly so. After having spent years of fighting Tory mismanagement and being called Labour's paymasters, to finally have a government in charge that cares about workforce is something to be celebrated. But the second part of the clip, he calls out Nigel Farage for who he really is, and people really do need to know what kind of grifter that Farage is. In fact, there's an actual amazing video by Political X, which I'll pop a link to in the description. So if you get a chance, I recommend you watch that too. And so for these clips alone, I award them the bona fide superstar.
It feels good to be meeting here in Brighton for the first time in 15 years under a Labour government with a 174-seat majority. Now, some Tory MPs had the good sense, or the lack of backbone, to do the chicken run before the votes were cast. The likes of Kwasi Kwarteng and Michael Gove scuttling away from the mess that they left behind. Others decided to face the voters. And while I am not one to revel in other people's misfortune, I have to say I enjoyed every single Portello moment in the early hours of July the 5th. It was a roll call of political failure. Gillian Keegan, gone. Grant Shapps, gone. Penny Mordaunt, gone. Jacob Rees-Mogg, gone. And of course, the former Prime Minister that couldn't outlast the letters, Liz Truss, gone. All now political history. Congress, goodbye and good riddance to every single one of them. The legacy of public services ruined by negligence and austerity. The legacy of an economy shattered by a shambolic Brexit and unfunded tax cuts for the rich. And the legacy of a Britain divided by nasty culture wars, dodgy PPE contracts and Downing Street parties. It has been a tough 14 years. I don't believe for one moment that most of those who voted Reform at the last election are racist. But let me say this clearly and unequivocally. Nigel Farage isn't a friend of the working class. He's a fraud. A public school educated, private equity loving, NHS privatising, Putin apologist fraud. So when I see Farage making excuses for Putin's illegal and indefensible invasion of Ukraine, it turns my stomach. Congress, I'll say it again, the far-right hate-mongers are no friends of the working class. They're not patriots, they are frauds.
Not many people get inducted into the bona fide Superstar Hall of Fame, but this is one of my favourites that's on screen now, so go watch that next. And thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.